Testing 1, 2, testing. Queensland, Italy versus Jumbun Indigenous All Stars at the Tully Showgrounds. Kickoff is 6 p.m. live. Gentlemen, welcome to the live trip bridge between Lee and the Jumbun Indigenous All Stars being played at the Tully Showgrounds, the home of the Tully Rugby League Tigers Football Club. We're about to see this game of rugby league, a local representative game here. Two teams about to enter the field. We'll have the national anthems. The game will be ref by Alan Bain, very experienced referee from Far North Queensland Rugby League. Congratulations to the Tully Tigers once again in hosting such a prestigious event. This is Cameron Miller, Spiller, bringing you live Triple S Sport coverage of rugby league in your area. Thank you to all the viewers who have tuned in already. Thank you very much. Sincere thank you. Thank you to our sponsors for tonight, My Action Sport, my platform partner, Triple S Sport. Thank you to Johnny and Tony. Really appreciate your support, guys. We're in for a big night. About to go through two teams shortly as they're about to enter the field. This beautiful overcast night at Tully Showgrounds. Exciting. It's going to be a fantastic game. This, as we see, the Queensland Italy side led out by Captain Matthew Bonanno from the Central Tigers in Townsville. Very experienced player, Matty Bonanno. And he's a very proud Italian to represent his heritage. Also, a lot of experience out there. Colin Wilkie on his home ground, the Tully Tigers as well. You see the Jumbun Indigenous All Stars led out by local boy Simon Marita. Very proud representative from Jumbun Indigenous team. Big honour for Simon tonight. He's extremely proud. He's telling me before the game what this means to him. So, congratulations. Queensland Italy side will be coached by Jono Zangrandi. And the Jumbun Indigenous All Stars is coached by the great man himself, Shani Marita. As we see him line up for the national anthems. Two very proud teams out there currently getting ready for kickoff. We're starting with the Italian national anthem.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I would just like to have a minute's silence for a member of the Jumbun community who has recently passed away.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are seconds away here from kickoff between Queensland, Italy, and the Jumbun Indigenous All-Stars. Teams for the Jumbun Indigenous All-Stars: number 1, Jason Broom; 2, Bryson Beeron; 3, Matty Ivy; 4, Trevor Matheson; 5, Elijah Roy; 6, Philly Nona; 7, Daryl Grant; 8, and Captain Simon Marita; number 9, Jeremy Dickman; 10, Thomas Banu; 11, Sean Munns; 12, Samuel Ulatui; 13, Darian Burton; 14, Luke Malkus; 15, Ramus Tamara; 16, Zach Foster; 17, Terrell Anderson; 18, Junior Fafita; 19, Zane Walsh; and number 20, Adam Lawson. They're coached by Shane Marita. So we see the Jumping in All-Stars start off with, and they're straight into the action with Simon Marita taking the first carry. Queensland Italy side, captained by Matthew Bonanno; number 1, Dylan White; 2, Brett Brunello; 3, Ashton Galea; 4, Dylan Gaggiano; 5, Andrew Brunello; 6, Benny Campanola; 7, Dane Adams; number 8, and captain Matt Bonanno; number 9, Cohen Emmy; 10, Dominic Biondi; 11, David Casali; 12, Colin Wilkie; 13, Cameron Nelson; and on the bench, 14, Max Giaroli; 15, Jack Nielsen; 16, Joel Adams; 17, Lachlan Burge; 18, Morgan Black, and they are coached by Zono Zangrandi. Referee is Alan Bain. Dylan White is returning the footy here for the Queensland Italy side. Queensland Italy on the attack, just short of the 40-metre line on the second. Ashton Galea, dummy half, met by some big defence there. Thomas Banu from the Jumbun Indigenous All-Stars, and Phil Nona there, very physical. Dominic Biondi plays the ball back. Cohen Emmy. Goes to young Dane Adams, who punches it back down in the right-hand pocket. Elijah Roy brings it back there for the Jumbun Indigenous All-Stars. All-Stars working it out of their own territory here. Once again, a big thank you to My Action Sport, my platform partner. I'm bringing this live through Triple S Sports. And to the Jumbun Indigenous community, big shout out to you guys. Thank you very much. And all the Queensland Italian fans, thank you. I know we're broadcasting over to Italy tonight. Thank you very much for your genuine support. Really appreciate all the viewers tuning in. Thank you once again. All-Stars play the ball. Hooker Jeremy Dickman punches it straight down to Dylan White. He'll bring it back 22 metres off his own line. White looks for space on the left edge here. He's met with some big defence there from Sean Muntz from the Indigenous All-Stars. That's Brett Brunello, two brothers playing today on both wings for Queensland Italy side. David Casali there on the third. Cohen Emmy at dummy half. Goes to Dominic Biondi. Emmy to Matty Bonanno, pushes him behind the ruck. He'll play it there on the fifth. Cohen Emmy at dummy half. They look to halfback and Adams once again. who goes high this time on the left edge of the Indigenous All-Stars. Fullback very safe there at the back, young Jason Broom. Jumbun All-Stars will resume at the 20-metre tap, and they get game straight underway. And they're met by some good defence from Bonanno and Biondi there in the middle. Indigenous All-Stars using their little men at the back here to try and eat some metres up through the middle of the field. Through Elijah Roy, very busy early on. Jeremy Dickman plays it on the third, goes behind Matty Ivy, picked up by Beeron, who scoots, met by Emmy and Biondi in defence. David Casali. Dickman goes to Matty Ivy, looks for a little chip and chase. Brunello at the back, it's safe, he beats one, beats two. And he's brought down on the 40-metre line off his own line there. He'll play the ball back. Ashton Galea, very good on his feet, very accomplished player from the Innisfail Leprechauns. Cameron Nelson punches it through the middle there. Very good run in behind the ruck. And he draws a penalty. Queensland, Italy pick up the first penalty of the game. Samuel Ulatui there, just holding a little bit too long in the ruck there for the Jumbun Indigenous All-Stars. Cohenemi will find touch for the Italians. They'll play the ball. Casali charges in. He's about 22 metres off the Indigenous All-Stars try line here. Emmy to Bonanno. Skips on the outside, met by some good defence and Burton and Merida. He'll play it back on the second. Goes to Ben Campanola, who goes out the back to Adams, who plucks it out of the air nice and high. Some great hands. And he's pulled down just short on the third there. Dane Adams looking ominous there. Ball comes out the back. It's picked up by Cameron Nelson. Looks to burrow low. And he's held up over the line on the fourth. Queensland Italy looking to attack around the posts here. They could scoot down this right edge. Get a little bit of shape there from Adams. Looking for his back row and Milky. Here they go. Adams. And he's put it down. They get a sense of relief in defence there to Jumbun Indigenous All-Stars. With my co-commentator tonight, Riley Emmy. What do you think of the game so far, Riles?
Yeah, it's just like a bit of nerve-wracking, and my heart is just like pounding up higher and higher. It's warming up my chest.
Are you enjoying it, mate?
Yeah, I'm enjoying watching my brother playing for Italy against Jumbun Indigenous All-Stars, and it's just like really great to see him in that Italy jersey.
Here we go, Jumbun Indigenous All-Stars. They're on the attack. They play the ball back now. Beeron, once again, coming in off his right wing, getting involved. He'll play it on the second, about 28 metres off his own try line. Dickman goes left there. Phil Nona. Burton plays it back to Dickman. As Phil Nona punches it down in the left-hand pocket. It's batted back there by Dylan White. Coming off winning Townsville brothers. Dylan White, very accomplished fullback, and he goes straight through the middle, and he's been ankle tapped there by Jeremy Dickman. Dylan White makes 44 metres there on his kick return. Adams goes to the short side, and Dylan Gaggiano plays with the Herbert River Crushers. A shout out to all the Ingham people. Marky Coburn, I hope you're well down there, mate. I'm sure you'll be watching you and Joey Panizzi, two of the best in rugby league. I know the Castellaro family here tonight. Justin, assistant coach out there. No, his mum and dad are proud parents also watching here. Benny Campanola has been pulled down for Queensland Italy. He'll play back to Cohenemi. Goes to Dane Adams. Drops Wilkie underneath, the veteran. He punches through a hole there and he's brought down. That's on the fifth tackle. About 35 metres out from the Indigenous All-Stars try line. Adams grubbers it through. Some tidy little hands there by Dickman. Comes off his legs. Unfortunately, has knocked it on. Jeremy Dickman, very, very neat and tidy around the ruck. Very elusive. a local boy from the Jumbun community. Great to see the Jumbun Indigenous All-Stars putting a side here tonight to play the Queensland Italy boys, preparing themselves for the Townsville All Blacks in a few weeks. Well done to Shane Marita and Big Joshy Henry and the whole Jumbun community. Fantastic effort. Great to see good things happening out there. This is Triple S Sport bringing you live local rugby league action for free as we see Queensland Italy go on in attack here. We're going to see the first try by number 2, Brett Bonello. Brett Bonello has scored in the corner for Queensland Italy. Nice little backline movement off the scrum, about 18 metres off the Indigenous All-Stars try line. Fortunately, a mistake there from the kick off Dickman's legs.
Italy, number 2, Brett Bonello.
And Brett Bonello scores the first points for Queensland Italy. Riley, we just seen Queensland Italy score the first try, mate. That was a nice little backline movement.
Yeah, Brett Bonello from Tully Tigers just made that try against Indigenous All Stars Jumbun, and give that a 10 out of 10, and hopefully we'll get the conversion.
Kicker for Queensland Italy is Dylan Gaggiano. A River Crushers boy, like I said before. Tremendous young man too. Queensland Italy very strong through the middle third. Difficult kick here. 1 metre in from the sideline. He's got a fair piece of it. It looks pretty good. It's straight over the black dot. Queensland Italy take an early lead here. 6-0 over the Jumbun Indigenous All-Stars at the Tully Showgrounds, the home of the Tully Tigers. Big shout out to Jack Campanolo, who's a proud Queensland Italy boy himself. Him and Paddy Gallen living the life over in Bali at the moment.
The conversion is successful, so you Italy, the home side tonight. There's 6, Jumbun 0.
Phil Nona will restart play here for the Jumbun Indigenous All-Stars. Very accomplished rugby league player. Has travelled all over North Queensland. Very classy fullback on 5'8". Nona gets the game underway once again. Goes Ashton Galea to Matty Bonanno, who charges into the Indigenous All-Stars defence there. He'll play it back on the first. Galea, dummy half. Goes Biondi, very busy. He's been with the Ipswich Jets. Dominic Biondi, very proud Italian heritage. Plays it back to Emmy. Goes to Adams, to Wilkie. Skips on the outside, little show and go. The veteran, he's still pumping them big legs of his. He's pulled down on the third. Showing all his class there. Comes back to Adams, who goes short. Cameron Nelson, a little bit of footwork on Fafita in the middle. It's on the fourth. They're just entering the halfway line there. Adams punches it down the left-hand corner there. Broom will come across for the Indigenous All-Stars. Very tidy at the back. He's met by some big defence by Wilkie and Gaggiano there on the right edge. 6-0 here in this representative match at the moment. As we see Elijah Roy bring it back once again. Very busy in attack. Junior Fafita takes him on through the middle. Strong carry there. Looking for an offload. He'll be brought down on the third. It's 33 metres off his own try line. Ramus Tamara gets out of dummy half. Looking for a quick play of the ball. Plays it back on the fourth to Broom. Go down to Nona. Nice little beautiful offload there from Tyrell Anderson. Picks up Trevor Mathers and plays it on the last. Nona looks to go high. Galea coming around and Brunello. Brunello's knocked it on. It's been picked up there by Indigenous All-Stars. Plays it back. Ivy goes to Tamara. Looks at Ulatui. Samuel Ulatui. He's scored in the right-hand corner. He's picked up the big back rower. Good awareness there from Matty Ivy, and Samuel Ulatui scores for the Jumbun Indigenous All-Stars. 6-4. Samuel Latuli has played with the Tully Tigers this year. A lot of second grade and first grade. Very experienced back rower. Very athletic on the edge. Tremendous try and hit back there from the Jumbun Indigenous All-Stars.
Try score for Jumbun, number 12, Samuel Tilly.
Riley, the Jumbun Indigenous All-Stars have bounced back with a try, mate.
I've been seeing that one player from the Indigenous Jumbun All Stars, and I just think it's just like very intense that I'd be saying that I would give that 9.9.
Very astute rugby league commentary coming from a co-commentator tonight from the Tully Tigers, and young Riley Emmy plays with the under-14s winning premiership team, and he absolutely loves his Tigers. Really does. Wave unsuccessful there from Trevor Matheson. Remains to score. Queensland, Italy 6. Jumbun Indigenous All-Stars 4. We've had 14 minutes of this game so far at the Tully Showgrounds, the home ground of the Tully Tigers. Queensland, Italy will resume play here. 6 points to 4 after 15 minutes of play. Adams restarts play. Nice and deep into the corner. Indigenous All-Stars, Junior Fafita charging back into the Italy defence there. The ball's come out. Referee Alan Bain has called us. He's found a strip there. Too many hands in around the 40. Jumbun Indigenous All-Stars getting a bit of momentum here. Plenty of possession. They'll look to work out of their own half. Nona. Some great work there. Nona doesn't find touch from Dylan White there. Some classy work from the fullback. It gets past Tamara and Beeron. He's met by some good defence and Tyrell Anderson. Dylan White to play it back. Queensland and Italy gone on their bench, and Max Giaroli comes on now for Queensland and Italy. Dane Adams shows and goes. Looks to split them through the middle. Beats one, beats two. Beautiful little offload in there to Koanami, who finds Dash and Galea. And the Queensland Italy bounce back and score an entertaining try under the post. Fantastic work there. Adams went through, picked up Emmy, and finds Galea. And a beautiful rugby league try. Queensland and Italy take the lead, 10 points to 4. Yeah, that's a good zoom. Riley, Queensland, Italy hit back, mate. And look, big brother there, Cohen Emmy, goes straight through the middle and support and finds Ashton Galea to score. Very good try.
Yeah, it was a very good try. And from other games from when Cohen plays for Tully Tigers, he scored a couple. But for this one, for Italy, he has done really positive, and I just think that would be 110% for Italy.
Dylan Gaggiano will add the extras here right in front of the posts for Queensland, Italy. They bounced back straight away. Unfortunately, Phil Nona didn't find touch with that kick. Some fantastic work from Dylan White at the back here. They're live by the fullback. Very good player, very experienced. Comes through the Townsville Black Hawks system, as well as Townsville Brothers Premiership winner this year. Dylan Gaggiano from the Hurt River Crutches converts. Queensland Italy 12. Jumbun Indigenous All-Stars 4. Matt Ivy will restart play here for the Jumbun All-Stars. They'll be looking to force a mistake here from Queensland Italy. Goes deep down the left-hand pocket. And Wilkie lands straight in Wilkie's hands. He charges back in. He's pulled down just over the 30-metre line. Gaggiano gets out of dummy half, working his way back towards the middle of the field. He'll play it on the second. Emmy at dummy half. Goes to Bonanno, comes back off his right foot. He's pulled down just short of the halfway line. Emmy goes to Nelson. Young Cameron Nelson shows and goes. Very strong through the middle. Pumping them little legs of his. Plays it back. Cohen Emmy to Adams. Wilkie. It goes to the line. Picks up Dylan White. Fends off one. Fends off two. Finds his winger. And Brunello comes back in. And he's met by some defensive Fafita and Marita there. He'll play it back on the last. Goes to Dane Adams. He looks for a little chip across. And it's touched. I think it's come off of Queensland Italy's hand. It's might have gone touch and goal. Be a 20-metre restart for Indigenous All-Stars. Very entertaining attack, Queensland Italy. Attacking down their right edge. Seems to be a bit of a strength of theirs. Once again, Elijah Roy brings it back here for Jumbun Indigenous All-Stars. Bit messy under the ruck. 6 to go. They play back to Tamara. And they pick up a penalty in the ruck. Young Tyrell Anderson there. Benny Campanola. A little bit too long, holding down. They'll look for touch here. Matty Ivy for the Jumbun Indigenous All-Stars. Munns charges in here. Thomas Banu, the local boy here. He plays the ball in the second. Dickman a dummy half. He splits the markers. He gets through one. He's pulled down. They've been called offside there. Very smart there from Jeremy Dickman. Playing some good eyes up footy. Jumbun Indigenous All-Stars on the attack here. 21 metres out from the Queensland Italy's defensive line as Captain Matthew Bonanno talks to the ref, gives his team a bit of breathing space. Dickman will take the tap. They play it on the first. Dickman goes Ulatui out the back to Nona to Broome. Shows and goes. It's going to be brought down on the second. 18 metres off the line here. Zane Walsh charges in. A great run there from the big burly forward off the bench. He plays it back on the third. Dickman goes to Phil Nona. He shows and goes and takes him on himself. He's brought down on the fourth. 8 metres out from Queensland Italy's try line. Dickman a dummy half. And they've come up with a little error there. And unfortunately, they didn't capitalise on their field position. So after 21 minutes in this game between Queensland Italy and Jumbun Indigenous All-Stars, 12 points to 4, Queensland Italy lead. Benny Campanola feeds the scrum for Queensland Italy. Gaggiano works it off his own try line here. Busy centre. Coming back through the middle. Cohen Emmy darts down the right-hand side. Met by Burton in defence and Junior for feeder. Big front rower. Goes to Giaroli. Max will play it back on the third. Cameron Nelson punches in behind the ruck once again. He'll play it on the fourth, 34 metres off their own try line. Queensland Italy punch it down the backhand pocket once again. Beeron loses his footing but scoops it up. He beats one, he beats two. He comes through, he breaks the tackle, and he's met by some big defence in Cameron Nelson. Great return there from Bryson Beeron. Looks like we got young Dane Adams clutching at an ankle out there. Hopefully he's all right, the young man. Yep, he's limping back into the line, pushing through. Bryson Beeron being very tidy for the Jumbun Indigenous All-Stars. Good start to the game for him on the right wing here. He'll play it back to Broome at dummy half, who ducks down the short side and picks up Tyrell Anderson, who punches it in for the second. He's brought down 35 metres off their own try line. Goes to Simon Marita, their captain, taking them on through the middle. Good young man, Simon. Started off in the outside backs when he was younger. Now he's in the front row. Thomas Banu charges through. Straight up the middle, and a shout out to his sister tonight, SA. Played with the Prime Minister's 13, representing PNG as well. Ivy goes short to Ulatu, and he's taken high there. No, it's across the shoulders. He'll play the ball there. Samuel Ulatu, he'll play the ball back to Broome. Ivy scoots down the short side, and he's kicked it over. It's a bit of an interesting. Bit of a disagreement here. Brett Bonello plays the ball back there. So you see Joel Adams plays the ball back. Wilkie in a dummy half. Plays the ball. Campanola gets out of dummy half. Charges through the middle of the field. He's brought down on the fourth there. And Queensland Italy get a penalty in the ruck. Just holding too much there from the Jumbun Indigenous All-Stars. Campanola, fine touch here for Queensland Italy. Go to Joel Adams. Use a bit of footwork. He's bets on. Big defence there from Jumbun Indigenous All-Stars. Simon Marita, the captain, leading the way. They turn it back in to Giaroli. He'll play it on the second. Wilkie dummy half. Scheming. Gets out to Campanola. Shows and goes. Comes back towards the post. He scores under the post. Benny Campanola steps off his right. Comes back towards the post. Ducks underneath one more. And scores for Queensland Italy. And they race out to a 16 points to lead. 16 points to 4, sorry. Queensland Italy showing when they get possession down and their half there in good ball. They look very dangerous around the ruck. Their two halves are working well together, and Dane Adams and Ben Campanola. Matthew Bonanno's been very solid throughout the middle. Colin Wilkie using all his experience coming in there and around the ruck, playing at hooker at the moment. Riley, we've seen Queensland Italy come back there, mate. They got a bit of possession and great work from Ben Campanola through the middle.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, they're on fire like tonight, and for all the best, they're doing like almost 110%, and they've been working hard and play hard, and they've been probably training hard.
Riley Emmy coming to you tonight, the Tully under-14s winning premiership player. Expert commentary coming to tonight. Dylan Gaggiano adds the extras for Queensland Italy. They race out to 18 points to 4 lead after 28 minutes of play. Jumbun Indigenous All-Stars restart play here. Goes to Dominic Biondi. He's been very strong throughout the middle. He'll play it down about 18 metres off his own try line. Wilkie at dummy half. Oh, some big defence there from Simon Marita, their captain, leading the way. Andrew Brunello coming in, looking for some work off his right wing there. Wilkie skips out, dummy half. Goes to Lockie Birch. Plays the ball back on the third. Wilkie scheming in behind the ruck. Looks for Dylan White. He can't hang on to it. Brilliant pickup there from Jeremy Dickman, but they just can't hang on to it. Jumbun Indigenous All-Stars will get an opportunity here now. They should get the ball back from the scrum. And they'll look to work it into the Queensland Italy's half. Jumbun Indigenous All-Stars on the attack here. Goes from Phil Nona to Jason Broome. He'll play it down about 24 metres of Queensland Italy try line. No, not float back. As Indigenous All-Stars on, they'll play it on the first there. Broome at dummy half. Oh, and they've lost the ball. Queensland Italy get a reprieve. Some solid defence from Queensland Italy boys. Sutton Dono Zangrandi, the coach, addressed before the game. He talked about little efforts around the ruck and when times are getting hard and watch your why out there. Quite an inspirational speech before the game. I had the privilege of being in the sheds. Queensland Italy get a scrum. They'll feed it here about 8 metres off their own try line. 31 minutes of play gone. Queensland Italy 18. Jumbun Indigenous All-Stars 4. Some big defence there from Fafita over the top of young Morgan Black on there. Lachlan Burge takes it on. Second tackle through around the ruck. And once again, Jumbun Indigenous All-Star just holding on a touch too long. Just trying to slow the big forwards down for Queensland Italy in their momentum. Adams will look for touch here. Right on the halfway line. Queensland Italy will regain possession. Ashton Galea, very good football player. He'll tap it. Goes to Joel Adams. Punches through on the first on the left end. Met by some big defence there from Matty Ivy. Plays the ball back to Wilkie. Goes to Lachlan Burge once again. Burton Strong as Junior Fafita as well in defence. Play it there on the second. Wilkie. Campanola. Out the back. A long ball. Hits the grass, but it'll be picked up by Brunello here. He'll be brought down about 35 metres off Indigenous All-Stars try line. Roy, good work from Elijah Roy in defence. Oh, fantastic tackle there once again from Indigenous All-Stars, but they duck down the short side. And unfortunately, a pass has gone to ground. And the Jumbun Indigenous All-Stars scramble very well there. They hold out. So with 8 minutes remaining in this first half, 18 points to 4 is the scoreline in favour of Queensland, Italy. Indigenous All-Stars back on the attack. Broom. Once again, he's been very busy. Not afraid to get in a dummy half and try and take on the big boys through the middle third. Dickman goes down the left edge. Nice little show and go there from Lukey Marcus. Charters Towers boy there. Plays in Townsville Rugby League competition. Darian Burton. Very strong through the middle third. He'll play it back on the fourth. Jeremy Dickman, a dummy half. Goes out the back. Eludes Nona. Picked up by Junior for feeder. Who skips on the left edge here. Looks to get past Skillia. Flick out the back to Beeron. Darts back in. He'll play it on the halfway line on the fifth and last. They go out the back to Nono. He's put under pressure there. Puts it high. Brunello lets it bounce. It's safe, but he's met by some big defence there by Jeremy Dickman and Elijah Roy. Gaggiano back through the middle for Queensland, Italy. Fantastic tackle around the ankles from Simon Marita. Ashton Galea, very good on his feet. Beats one, beats two, steps back in. He's met by Tyrell Anderson there on the third. Benny Campanola, dummy half. Goes to Biondi. Looks to settle it through the middle. Once again, Captain Simon Marita. He is really rolling his sleeves up and leading the way for his Indigenous All-Stars, boys. A late shot there off the footy from Thomas Benu on Colin Wilkie. Draws a penalty for the Queensland Italy side. A little bit of lack of discipline. Will allow Queensland Italy get back-to-back sets here. The ball in hand. 5 minutes from half-time. Queensland Italy be looking to capitalise here. Lachlan Burge takes it through the middle. He'll play it back to Wilkie. 35 metres out from the try line. Biondi. Dominic Biondi uses a bit of footwork. Making some big yards. He's still going. He's brought down probably about 9 metres short of the try line. He plays it back to Wilkie. Will he look to the short side down the right? No. Comes back towards the post and Adams, who goes out the back to Campanola, who goes long. Ashton Galea, beautiful hands of Brunello, and he's dropped it. They've certainly missed an opportunity there, Queensland, Italy. Some beautiful backline movement there with Adams looking up with Campanola. Ashton Galea throwing a beautiful money ball, but Brunello cannot hang on to it. And a missed opportunity for Queensland, Italy. Ashton Galea, very dangerous with the 40 in hand. He's played with Innisfail Leprechauns this season at fullback. Quality A-grade player in far north Queensland. Good to see Chris Zaniletti out there for the Queensland Italy side, the strapper. Very experienced rugby league player back in his day. One of the toughest through the middle. Jumbun Indigenous All-Stars. They'll get another opportunity here. 3 minutes out from half-time. Once again, it goes to Beeron, who's been very, very busy for Indigenous All-Stars. Ramus Tamara, dummy half, goes down the left-hand side. Picks up Elijah Roy. Small in stature, but very fast on his feet. Tamara, dummy half, goes to Broom. The back three have been very good for the Jumbun Indigenous All-Stars, and Broom, Beeron, and Roy. Ramus Tamara, Willie Little Hooker, goes to Burton, goes to Zane Walsh, punches it through the middle on the fourth. Very strong ball runner, Zane Walsh. Good young man he is. Plays the ball back to Thomas Benu. Takes him on through the middle. He'll play it on the fifth. He might be in trouble here. Might have an injury here. They've called straight away towards the referee. No. Good to see the big fella up. He's back up. He'll play the ball on the fifth. Big Thomas Benu. Tully Tigers reserve grade player of the year. Matty Ivey puts the ball high. Might be under full bit of pressure under Brunello there. Looked like a little shoulder charge that was missed there from Tamara. Brunello will play it back. Dylan White will carry it there. Short ball to his brother. Andrew Brunello goes straight through the middle. Andrew plays it back. Dylan White, very tidy. Looks for a penalty around the ruck. He's brought down by Burton on the third. Goes to Wilkie. Goes short to Campanola. Comes back towards the ruck, looking to catch him offside. Dane Adams gets past one. Runs behind one of his plays, but no obstruction. Marita once there, and Phil Nona, in defence. Plays it back on the fourth, the Biondi. He beats for feeder, looks for an offload. Some big defence there from Ivy. On Morgan Black will play the ball. On the fifth, they go to Dane Adams, who looks to punch through a quick little field goal, and it's just gone under the crossbar just before half time here. He's been crafty, Dane Adams. Riley, what do you think about this first half, mate? It's been a very good game of footy so far.
For all the football games like other like this one, like for Italy against Indigenous Jumbun All Stars, just like to say like this one's just like really makes my heart pound a lot, and just like having my fingers crossed to have my brother Cohen number 9 from Italy to win this game against the Indigenous team.
It's great to have young Riley Emmy with me tonight, 14 years of age, making his live commentary debut. We see Philly Nona, a little chip and chase, but some good defence there from Anderson and Nona. Very safe at the back here. Brett Bonello has been heavily involved, Queensland Italy side. Biondi plays the ball, gets an offload, to White. Links up with Lachlan Burge, been very strong through the middle since he's been on. Wilkie once again. Dummy half. Adams schemes. Ball hits the ground. It's picked up by Andrew Manalo. Very strong out there with the big fen. Skips past 1, 2, but he's met by some good defence. As we come up to half time, Queensland Italy lead. Jumbun Indigenous All Stars 18 points to 4. We'll take a short break. We'll be back very shortly. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome half of Queensland Italy taking on the Jumbun Indigenous All-Stars. Matty Ivy will get the second half underway. This is Triple S Sport bringing you live rugby league action to the North Queensland community. Once again, big shout out to my platform partners and sponsor, My Action Sport. Thank you very much. As Queensland Italy get a early penalty here, 2-on-1 strip in the play the ball. Strong carry there for Dominic Biondi for Queensland Italy. In the sheds at halftime, Coach Jono Zangrandi there from Queensland Italy spoke about the dominance they want to have through the middle third. I just want to get a bit more momentum going up through the middle and keep tidy with their defence. He's very happy with the way they've started this game. Coach Shane Marita from the Jumbun Indigenous All-Stars, he spoke about the boys just being a bit more disciplined when they got the footy in hand, just being a bit more patient if they can get some field possession once they get a chance to try and attack the try line down there. As we see an opportunity here for the Jumbun Indigenous All-Stars to run it out off their own line. I'm with my co-commentator and Riley Emmy. Riley, what are you looking forward most in this second half of footy, mate?
Well, for the second half, I'm just looking forward for Italy to play hard, and all I know is that Indigenous will play even harder in the second half. It just always happens every time to the teams that they are winning and the other ones losing. So I'm very proud for Italy to try win this tonight. So yeah, hopefully Colin goes on the field soon.
As we see the Jumbun Indigenous All-Stars get an early penalty with Junior Fafita taking on through the middle. Big shout out to Kelsey Castellaro and Woody holidaying over in New Zealand at the moment. Thanks for tuning in. Really appreciate it. Love your support. Great to see Joshy Henry here helping out with the Jumbun Indigenous All-Stars. Ivy turns back. Looks like Simon Marita. He's been really good for Indigenous All-Stars. Very strong through the middle. Leading the way for his boys. Great young man, Simon. Goes to Burton. Show and go. Comes off the right foot. He beats one. He's looking to get past Campanola, who drags him down. Still scampering through Darren Burton. Plays it back to Raymond Tamara at dummy half. Junior Fafita goes forward with Jumbun and Indigenous All-Stars back out to Tamara. Skips past one. He's still skipping. Shows and goes Tamara. Look at the little pocket rocket go. Picks up Fafita through the middle. Looks to barge his way over the try line here, but Queensland Italy scampering in defence at the moment. As we see the Indigenous All-Stars go on the attack here and the ball hits the ground. Here joined sideline here in the commentary box by Jumbun Indigenous All-Stars Super Coach Shane Marita. How are you, mate?
Thank you, Cameron, for having us here tonight. Thanks for covering the game. Yeah, beautiful night for rugby league here in Talio.
It is, mate. How proud of you to have your Jumbun boys out there. They're doing extremely well. They're up against a good side here, but the game's still in the balance.
Look. We told them just come out, have a good game, effort-wise. And make sure they come out and just have absolutely just go out and have a go. That's all we are after. Nothing special, nothing dramatic or anything else. Yeah.
Shane, you got some local boys out there, mate. I'm really impressed with Simon. He's leading the way through the middle. He's really rolled his sleeves up. I remember coaching his young fellow as an outside back. Now he's in the front row.
Well, he hasn't picked up any other repertoire to his magic bag of tricks. The only thing he's got left from stepping is running straight. So he hasn't picked up anything else. So we're going to leave him in the front row just for now, Cameron.
I reckon he's doing a good job, Shane.
Mate, I just want to give a bit of a shout out to the coach of the Italian team, Jono.
Yep.
Every time this game has been held here in Tully, Jono seems to put up his hand every single time. He's a rugby league man through and through, and I think Jono deserves some credit here tonight because, regardless of the result, just him alone coming here tonight and making himself available. That's the thing. He lives a couple of hours up north, but he travels out here every year for this game, So I can't knock the bloke. I want to give a absolute rap to Jono. Good bloke too.
Absolutely, Shaney, mate. I'm really proud of you, mate. You've done a very good job with your side out here. They're trying extremely hard. We're going to see some points here as Darren Burton puts a little glove through in the back. It's chased by Zane Walsh there. Oh, I'll tell you what, Dylan Gadgiano had to scramble there in defence, mate. A little bit early possession here if you score first in the second half.
We told him if we could snag one here, we
Yep.
get down there, we don't have to score any tries. If we could just set up camp down this end of the field, and then we can go from there. Possession should swing our way. We've weathered the storm in that first half. A couple of calls didn't go our way. 18-4, that's gettable, I'd say.
Yep.
So we can
Mate,
just hang on.
I'll look over there, your support staff, the great Joshy Henry.
Yeah, Joshua Henry's been involved with the team for a couple of years now. He's always put his hand up, especially when it comes to rugby league. He loves the gospel, and he's always in and around the gospel of rugby league. Great bloke as well.
Well, thanks for your time, Shaney. I'll let you get back to the bench, mate.
Thank you very much,
Great to have
Cameron
you
Miller. On
involved.
behalf of all the people here tonight, I want to thank you for bringing your show down here. It's such an honour to have you here tonight. It's awesome.
You're a good man.
you,
You're welcome, Triple S Sport anytime, Shaney.
Thank you, Cameron Miller.
See ya. Here we go. Jumbun Indigenous All-Stars get another opportunity here with the football. Got a lot of possession at the moment, and Queensland Italy's half defending their own try line. Goes to Junior Fafita. He's been very strong. The big fella through the middle. Ramus Tamara, the pocket rocket at dummy half. He'll look to go towards this left edge, I believe. Goes to Phil Nono's Bowman. Show and go. Beautiful long ball out there. Looks like Elijah Roy. That's him. The little pocket rocket himself on the wing has scored for the Jumbun Indigenous All-Stars. Some great vision there from Phil Nona. A beautiful ball over the top. And they bounce back. 18 points to 8 with the kick to come. Riley Emmy, Jumbun Indigenous All-Stars, mate. They just bounced back with an early try. They're certainly looking good early in the second half.
Yep, so for the Jumbun Indigenous try, I'm starting to see them to start doing a try celebration, and I know what it feels like when you start to score a try since from the first half when you haven't scored in ages, and it just feels good, you know.
Certainly does. As we see Phil Nona looking to convert the try. Big kick here, 18 points to 8. Conversion waved away, unsuccessful. Queensland Italy, 18. Jumbun Indigenous All-Stars, 8. 9 minutes has gone already in the second half of rugby league. Beautiful night for rugby league at the Tully Showgrounds, the home of the Tully Tigers. Young Dane Adams will restart play here for Queensland Italy. Goes down the beer on. He offloads it to Marita once more. Charges through the middle, big Simon Marita. He's having a cracker of a game leading his boys. Thomas Benu comes through the middle of the ruck. Bullocking run there. Goes over the top of Adams, but he hangs on and comes back again. Goes from Tamara to Nona to Burton. Looks at Zane Walsh on the edge. Puts out the big fend on Gadgiano, but he hangs on there. Some solid defence. Very big handful with the footy in hand, Zane Walsh. Roy, dummy half, goes to Broom, to Burton. Is met solid by Wilkie, but flicks it out the back to Nona, to Ivy. Looks like Munn's there, coming back on the inside. A little offload there to Broom, who goes through the middle. Broom steps one, steps two. He's still going and he's collared. Flick pass out the back to Tamara. Goes to Tyrell Anderson, but Queensland, Italy, they scamper through in defence and they hold off the attacking raid from the Jumbun Indigenous All-Stars. Tamara to Burton, to Nona, who looks to put a kick in behind here. Walsh scampering through. Zane Walsh, has he got the try? No, he's been called offside there for the Jumbun Indigenous All-Stars. Some entertaining rugby league from the boys here as they've lit up the second half. Queensland, Italy, hold off once again. Some entertaining rugby league there. The boys, a few little flick passes out the back. Some great push through and support around the middle of the footy. Queensland, Italy got a penalty out of that. Obviously, Zane was called by referee Alan Bain to be offside on the kick through. Goes to Cameron Nelson. Takes him on through the middle. Ramus Tamara standing up in defence along with Walsh himself. He's been very good, Zane Walsh, tonight. Nelson plays it back to Wilkie. Dominic Biondi, he's been very busy through the middle third. Got a high work ethic. Been playing with Queensland Cup and Ipswich Jets. Matty Bonanno, the captain, comes in back behind the ruck. Very experienced, very proud Italy man. It's an honour for him to lead the boys. He speaks with a lot of passion. Wilkie out of dummy half. Goes short. Ashton Galea just cannot hold it there. Jumbun Indigenous All-Stars. Broom picks it up once again. He jinks and he steps and he comes into some physical defence from Nelson. Very physical on the little fullback there from Nelson. Jason Broom been very, very good with Indigenous All-Stars at the back. Goes to Elijah Roy. He's pulled down on the second, just short of the 40. Once again, it goes to Munns, who charges through the middle. Met by some solid defence on the third. Nona scampers out of dummy half. Very smart play there. Picks up big Dave Casali there. He's offside around the ruck. He wasn't square. Indigenous All-Stars get a penalty right on the halfway line. Going to get some good possession here and some field position. Matty Ivy, a fine touch here. Tamara, dummy half. Goes to Nona. Goes short to Thomas Banu. Fends off one. Standing in a tackle. He'll be held there on the second. 11 metres out. Tamara shows and goes. Darts one. But he's met once again by Cameron Nelson. Very physical in defence. Throws the little fella straight to the ground. Tamara tries and sneaks through, but he's been called back by Alan Bain. He'll play it 8 metres off Queensland Italy's try line. Broom at dummy half. Goes to Phil Nona. Shows and goes. Picks up Matty Ivy. Steps off the right foot. And he's lost the ball. It looked like a little tip on there, but he just couldn't get it away. And Jumbun Indigenous All-Stars coming home strong here. But Queensland Italy's defence is definitely equal to the task. Once again, a big shout out and thank you to all the Queensland Italy supporters over in Italy as well. Thank you for tuning in. Really appreciate your support and watching tonight's game. As well as people over New Zealand and the Jumbun community, we thank you. Really appreciate it. This is Triple S Sport coming to you live and free, bringing you live rugby league action in the North Queensland rugby league community from the Tully Showgrounds tonight. Goes to Gaggiano, brings it off his own line. He'll play it on the first. Dylan White been very, very good tonight. Very sharp out dummy half. Beats one. He goes through the middle there. comes into Munns, but he's ran in some big defence there from Munns and Foster. He'll play it on the second. Premiership winning player of Townsville Brothers. Koanemi scoots out of dummy half. He looks to catch the markers, not square there. He plays it on the third. Adams goes to Bonanno, steps back on the inside. He'll play it on the fourth. Just over the halfway line. Emmy goes down the left edge to Adams, who looks to go high. Tamara under it, having a little spell out in the wing, the little hooker. And he's met by his opposite number 9, Koanemi, very strong in defence. Indigenous All-Stars pick up a well-needed penalty there. They'll once again get some good field position here. Phil Nona, a fine touch. Ramus Tamara been very busy. Goes to Jason Broom. Met by some big defence there from Koanemi. David Casali and Cameron Nelson there for Queensland, Italy. Plays it back. Thomas Benu takes him forward through that middle. Great hands there from Nona. Shows and goes. He looks to link up with Tyrell Anderson there. We brought down. It's a very good defence on the edge there from young Morgan Black. Nona goes to Burton. He's been very busy through the middle. Young Darian. Matty Ivy down the right edge to Anderson. To Beeron. Steps back in. Little Brian Toll style. Young Beeron on the wing. Matty Ivy out the back to Nona. Puts the bomb across. Looking here for Elijah Roy coming through. And the ball's hit the ground. It's been scooped up by Dylan White. Shut the gate. I don't know if anyone's going to catch him. Tamara comes across and misses him. White goes short. Picks up Ashton Galea through the middle of the paddock. Queensland, Italy bounce back with a length of the field try. Nona put a kick across. Dylan White picks it up. He's been absolutely elusive tonight. Comes back through the middle. And he finds Ashton Galea in support. That's a fantastic try to Queensland, Italy. Righty, Emmy. Queensland, Italy. What a 100-metre try.
Yeah, I was just happy to see them score a try right now, and I'm just having such a great feeling for them to have a great feeling to score a try just ahead of Indigenous Jumbun All-Stars tonight.
Dylan White has been one of the best on the paddock tonight. Like I said, this young man is very elusive. Showed his skill there and his speed. Ashton Galea, a fullback himself, but then the Leprechauns pushing up through the middle as they all do, and scored a fantastic try under the post. Dylan Gaggiano, the goal kick up. Queensland, Italy. He won't have any trouble with this. Very accomplished. He'll knock the extra straight over and they'll race out to a 24 points to 8 lead. With 20 minutes remaining in this game at the Tully Showgrounds, the home of the Tully Tigers. Nona restarts the game for the Indigenous All-Stars. Goes down to Brunello. Andrew brings it back, and he's met by some big defence there from Thomas Benu and Zane Walsh. Dominic Biondi. It's a good push through the middle there by Maxi Giaroli there up to through the middle. Matty Bonanno, captain leading way through that middle third. Plays it on the halfway line on the third tackle. Smothered by Ulatui there in defence. Adams goes high. It's a floating bomb. Broom coming across and does extremely well. Uses a bit of footwork on Gaggiano. But Gaggiano up to the task in defence and pulls him down very close to the sideline. Fafita at dummy half. He gets out and goes straight towards the middle. Dane Adams up to it in defence. Very solid by the little halfback. They play it on the second there. Indigenous All-Stars on the attack. Goes to Forster. Charges it through the middle. On the halfway line, they're brought down on the third. Jumbun with the footy in hand. Tamara. Phil Nona. Looks to show and go. He's ran out of support and he takes the tackle himself on the fourth. Simon Marie, the captain of dummy half, scoots down the right. Still working. What a war horse. He's still going through the middle. On the fifth. Phil Nona, dummy half. Goes to Matty Ivy. Puts a little grubber through. And some great defence there from Queensland. They pick it up and scamper and dive on the loose ball. Giaroli brings it back now for Queensland, Italy. He'll play it on the first. Wide at dummy half. Morgan Black punches in behind the ruck. He played on the second. Great little bit of footwork there. Looks like Brunello coming off his wing. Young Brett. Both Brett and Andrew playing tonight for Queensland, Italy. Dane Adams goes long over the top to Gaggiano. And the referee has pulled it up forward. Beautiful ball there from Dane Adams. But unfortunately, it's floated forward. Dylan Gaggiano was into some open space too. As we see the Jumbun Indigenous All-Stars back on the attack here after getting a reprieve. Tough call, that one. Dylan Gaggiano was away. Simon Marita still working hard through the middle, leading his team really well, Simon. Really standing up. Ramus Tamara. He's been good. The little pocket rocket out of dummy half. Goes to Junior Fafita. Punches it through the middle third once again. And they pick up a penalty. He's called him offside there, coming in back behind the ruck. Junior Fafita takes a tap, runs straight at his opposite number, Matty Bonanno there. Nice and physical through the middle. Plays it down about 11 metres from the try line. Tamara goes down this right edge. Darian Burton uses a bit of footwork, but met by Cohen Emmy, very solid in defence. He'll play it on the second. All-Stars look to go down the right edge once more. Phil Nona goes short. Looks for his back rower there. He's brought down on the third. They jump down the short side once again from dummy half. About 2 metres short of the try line. Jumbun Indigenous All-Stars comes out to Nona. Scheming across. Shows and goes again. Two. It looks like Simon Marita out on the edge here. He punches it back in and he's brought down on the fifth. He'll play it, the captain. Elijah Roy, dummy half. Phil Nona kicks across field, looking for his outside back. I think he's kicked it too far. Be a 7-tackle restart in the middle of the field. 15 minutes remain in this game. Queensland, Italy lead 24 points to 8. Queensland, Italy back on the attack. Dane Adams Comes back off his right foot down the middle, stands, offloads out the back to Giroli. Dylan White once again pushing up through the middle and support. Dylan White has scored under the post, and there's been a collision in the middle of the field. Whoopsies. Alan Bain has hit the turf, but he's picked up by Jumbun Indigenous All-Stars. I hope he's all right. Queensland, Italy showing their class there. And we've seen Dylan White once again, his electrifying speed, pushing up in the middle and support, linking up with Ashton Galea and Dane Adams. Three classy players. Riley Emmy, Queensland, Italy bounce back and they score another electrifying try.
Yeah, I'm starting to get more excited. You know, it's like a great rugby league night that I'm watching here. It's just like I love watching the boys play and watching my brother Koanemi from the Telly Tigers under-18s premiership for this year of 2023 against Indigenous Jumbun All-Stars.
Conversion successful from Dylan Gaggiano. Takes the score to Queensland, Italy, 30. Jumbun Indigenous All-Stars, 8. With 13 minutes remaining in this game. Once again, I'm joined in commentary tonight, making his debut for the Triple S team, and young Riley Emmy from the Premiership winning under-14 Tully Tigers. Very passionate about his rugby league club and the Tully Tigers and loves the community. Riley, tell me, mate, what do you love about the Tully Tigers the most?
Like, it's just like such a great club, and Tully is also a great place to live, and like it's built on its mainly sugarcane, bananas, and the cattle industries. And like I'm just very blessed to have all the facility here.
Mate, I watch you. I'm very proud to say I'm your cousin as well. Every week you lead the team song, mate. You started off with Up the River.
Yeah, it's just like a great feeling for me. I'm just like a happiest kid. I always make my team proud, and the way I make the under-18s and all the other seniors proud is like I represent a tiger costume, a mascot.
Mate, I'm extremely proud of your efforts tonight, mate. Very honoured to have you with me here tonight.
Yeah, all goods.
As we're back to the footy here, we see Queensland, Italy back on the attack. Once again, Morgan back coming back on the inside. Some good footwork there. Pushes up through the middle. Koanemi out of dummy half. He scampers through. He's taken high there by Jason Room, but he'll bounce straight back up. He'll look for an early tap here and keep the game moving. 11 minutes remain in this game. 30 points to 8 now to Queensland, Italy. Koanemi will take the tap. Oh, big contact there in the middle. Huge hit. A huge hit there. I think it's young Ramus Tamara there who come out of the line. Not quite sure what that penalty's for. Must be a new rule in the book, I think. I don't know. I'm a bit lost there. But anyway. Jumbun Indigenous All-Stars just put it down there, unfortunately. Queensland, Italy will resume with the scrum feed here. 45 metres out from the All-Stars defensive line. 10 minutes remain in this game being played at the Tully Showgrounds. 30 points to 8 to Queensland, Italy. Once again, a big shout out to My Action Sport. Platform partners working in with Triple S Sport, bringing you live rugby league action throughout North Queensland community, live and free. Giving back to our game. Letting the locals stay home and watch it in their lounge room. Dylan Gaggiano been very good tonight. Met by some good defence there from Trevor Matheson from the All-Stars and Phil Nona over the top. He'll play it on the first. 32 metres out. Dylan White at dummy half. Cameron Nelson punches it through the middle once again. He's been very good. Straight through the middle tonight. He plays beyond his years of age, Cameron Nelson. Very good young player. Goes to Ashton Galea to White. Throws it over the top to Brunello. Uses his speed down the left edge there. Once again, the Jumbun Indigenous All-Stars defence holding up well. He'll play it on the fourth. It looks like Morgan Black there at dummy half. Scampering through, looks to try and reach out. He's pulled just down. Goes short to big Dave Casale. Looks like he's burrowed his way over. David Casale, the Ingham boy, he's got over Queensland, Italy. Takes the score to 34 points to 8. With 8 minutes remaining in this game, it's good to see one of the big forwards get a try, Riley, for Queensland, Italy.
Yeah, one of the most intense rugby league games I've ever watched in my whole life of this year of 2023. And it's just like, I'm just very proud of coming here and start commentating with you, Spiller.
You're a good kid, mate. You really are. As we see the veteran warming up back in front of us, the red-headed ninja, Cole Silky Wilkie, one of the most experienced players in the North, coming back on, leading his boys well out there. Fine specimen in rugby league. Collins, Silky Wilkie, replaces one of his proteges in young Cohen Emmy. The red-headed 40-20 of rugby league. Matty Bonanno taking the goal kick here. Self-appointed goal kicker, the captain. He's got a bit of style about him. Here he goes. Matthew Bonanno, the big front row of the captain, leading the way. He's got a good piece of it. He's put it straight over. He hasn't missed at all. Matty Bonanno shows his silky skills tonight. Takes the score to 36 points to 8. I've got to give a big shout out to my little mate over in the Philippines at the moment, living his life over there. And Dave Scott, Benny Campanole sends his love, mate. Matthew Bonanno showing his goal kicking skills there, using his authority to take over the goal kicking as well. 6 minutes remain in this game. Queensland, Italy 36. Jumbun Indigenous All-Stars 8. Once again, we thank all the viewers tonight. Appreciate your time and the support. Andrew Bonello brings it back on the first. Plays it back to Wilkie. He's gone in dummy half to Cameron Nelson. 17-year-old's really stood up, making his debut tonight. Queensland, Italy. Oh, and I've commentated cursed him. He spilled the ball. As Big Don Biondi lets me know on the bench. He's been very strong tonight, Cam. Makes limited errors. Six minutes remain. Jumbun Indigenous All-Stars back in the attack just past the halfway line. About 44 metres off Queensland is the try line. Burton at the back goes to Nona, but he's met by some solid defence in Gaggiano. He'll play it on the first there. Burton goes to Munns, comes in behind the ruck, very physical. Charters Towers boy. Plays it back to Burton, to Broome, to Fafita. Can't go past Casale and Bonanno, two of the most experienced forwards out there tonight. Plays it on the third. Jason Broome at fullback. Goes to Philly Nona. Shows and goes out the back. It'll be picked up by Biron. Scampers back in. Broom at dummy half. I reckon he's been Jumbun's best tonight. Still scampering. Banano sold in the fence on the 5th there. Burton scheming. Puts a little grubber through. Queensland Italy up to the task there. Morgan back there in defence. Safe as a house. Plays it back now. Got to give a big shout out to the back three. Queensland Italy and Dylan White, Andrew Benallo and Brett Benallo have been very strong. In saying that, the back three from the Jumbun Indigenous All-Stars in Jason Broom, Bryson Baron, and Elijah Roy have been very, very strong as well. 4 minutes remain in this game. Queensland Italy lead 36 points to 8. Trevor Matheson on the fly here, returning it for the Indigenous All-Stars. He'll be brought down just right on the 40-metre line in the centre of the field by Lockie Burge and Dane Adams there. Jason Broom at dummy half. Goes Elijah Roy. Uses his pace, gets on the outside. Fends off one. Beats two. Comes back on the inside. Elijah Roy steps three. Oh, and he's taken high there over the top. Little lazy arm there in defence. And they pick up a penalty. Jumbun Indigenous All-Stars. Matty Ivy will find touch. Can they post a late try on Queensland Italy here? Goes to Tyrell Anderson. Goes straight and hard. Runs over the top of one, but he's brought down by the defence. Plays it back to Ivy. Zane Walsh steaming on. He steams through here. He's looking for a try. He stands and offloads. And the ball's been knocked back, I believe. Might be 6 to go here. He'll play it on the second. Zane Walsh been very, very good tonight, coming off the bench. Very strong in the middle. Ivy offload back out to Anderson. To Biron? No. Referee's called back for a play the ball. Jumbun Indigenous All-Stars. Darren Burton to Jason Broom out to Phil Nona. Scheming across. Shows and goes himself. Goes out the back. But once again, some desperate defence by Queensland Italy. Hold them out. Just tell them, just ask the boys. Hey, Campo. 2 minutes remain in this game tonight as we see Lockenberg play the ball back there. Banana scampers through the middle. Plays the ball back to Wilkie. He's taken off the ball. Banana dummy half goes to Adams. Nelson, beautiful short ball to Gaggiano there. Cameron Nelson, ball playing there. Be brought down on the 4th. Goes to Cameron Nelson. Once again, very strong. Taking on the forwards there from Jumbun Indigenous All-Stars. Second effort there. Be a penalty against Phil Nona. One minute remains. Dane Adam puts it over the sideline. Wilkie goes to Cameron Nelson, runs it strong and hard. He's met by Simon Morita, who's really led his boys well through the middle. Junior Fafita's been strong as well. The big front rower. Wilkie at dummy half. Goes to Dane Adams. Turns Bonanno back underneath. Beautiful tackle around the legs on the 3rd there. Quick play to ball. Wilkie gets out of dummy half. And the old veteran, he scooped one. And he's lost it. He has lost it. Silky Wilkie has silked it out the back. And he spilled the beans over the try line.
winning ticket for the raffle that was going around. D47 just up the
As we've seen, full time is finished here. Queensland, Italy, run out winners, 36 points to 8. What a fantastic game of rugby league. And I just want to thank my little mate here and Riley Emmy. Hope you really enjoyed the commentary tonight, mate.
Yeah, thank you, Spiller, for letting me joining into the commentary tonight. It's great feeling to have a talk.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we really thank all the viewers out there tonight. Thank you for supporting Triple S Sport and My Action Sport, my platform partners. We hope you have a lovely night, and up the Broncos. Good night.
Broncos and the Warriors going to be up on the big screen. If anyone's hanging around, you're welcome to come up and watch.